Hey guys, so today we're checking out the Best Top Super Top for Truck 2, fitting all 2020 and newer JT Gladiators. Now, if you want the benefits that a bed cap provides, including the protection for your cargo and a cover bed to keep prying eyes away, but you don't like that it's a more permanent solution without much flexibility, this is going to be right up your alley. Now, this is also just a great choice if you're a fan of that bed topper appearance and you're looking for a high quality yet functional option for your JT. Now, this will do a great job at protecting everything in your bed on your overlanding trips or just day-to-day from the elements with a fully sealed top thanks to the rail system and the tailgate bar on the back. This will also feature a removable window on the back and roll-up windows on the side to completely transform this into a safari-style setup. Now, what's most notable is that you can easily fold this back down onto the hardtop or the back side of the bed, completely exposing the bed and the ability to tuck the windows into the storage flap and keep everything clean and secure. Now, that's going to allow you to freely get in and out of the bed or load up any larger cargo while being able to easily take it off if you want to switch over to the compatible tonneau cover. This will be made of a black diamond sailcloth material, which is similar to the factory soft top, so you can ensure OE style quality. This will also have a fully integrated bow system that will be durable as well as lightweight with an alloy construction, making operation effortless. This also will require no drilling or modification to the bed of the truck, offering a completely straightforward install. Now, this will be set at a premium price point, but compared to a bed cap, you will be saving a couple bucks at roughly $1,100. Now, compared to other options on the page, this again is going to be versatile, and with the OE style materials, it's going to fit incredibly well with really any build. Now, overall, if you're looking for options out of your bed protection and want a premium top to do it, then this is going to be a great choice. Now, install will be a light 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 2 hours to get the job done with some basic hand tools. At this point, we can head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown of the install and what that looks like step by step. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Tools required for this install include a tape measure, a 14mm socket, and a ratchet. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna be installing a soft bed topper for our Gladiator, so let's get started. So our first step is going to be to mount our front and rear bars. Now, these are nice and labeled with a white sticker on each one to tell you which is which. So for right now, we're just going to lay our front bar across the front of our bed and our rear bar across our tailgate. So our next step is to lay down our side pieces. Now, once again, these have the white stickers on them so you can tell which is which. These also have an adhesive backing on them, so we can peel this off and stick it down to the side of our bed. We're not gonna do that just for demonstration purposes. So we'll just lay this down. So now to attach our front bar to our side bar, we have this little groove here and this tab, and that's just gonna slide right into place. And now we can do that same thing to connect our rear bar to our side bar. And then we can do the same thing for the other sidebar. So now with our rails laid into place, we can start installing our clamps. So we have our upper clamp and our lower clamp. Our upper is going to go into this rail, our lower will go under, and then they'll bolt together. Now for the front, we're going to be measuring 7.5 inches off of the edge of our side rail, and in the rear, we're going to be measuring 10 inches from the same spot. So now we can grab our tape measure and measure out our 7.5 inches, which puts us right about there. And then we can take our upper clamp and slide it into our rail. And then we'll take the lower clamp and our bolt. We'll start threading that into our upper clamp. And then once we have that started, we can take a 14mm socket to tighten down our bolt. Now coming to the rear, we can do that same thing, except our measurement's just gonna be 10 inches. So 10 inches puts us just about in line with this hole right here. So then we can take our upper clamp can slide that into our rail. And then we can get our lower clamp with our bolt. And once we have our bolt started, we can grab a 14mm socket to snug it up. And then we can repeat that same process on the other side. So our next step is to assemble our bow assemblies. So we have these couplers. Now the couplers with the buttons on them are going to go on the number 1 and 4 bows, which are also the ones with the buttons on them. And the one without the button is going to go on the number 2 and 3 bows, which are the ones without buttons on them. So we can just press in our tabs. And then once we have all of our couplers installed on one side, we can connect them to our other side. So now on our bow assembly, on either end, we have a pivot bearing. That's going to slide into this hole in our rail on either side. Now the hole's about 3/4 of the way back from the front of the bed. So we'll slide it into there and then get it into our channel, and then we can continue our installation. Next, we can lift up on our assembly. And we have this post here. And we have our bracket that's going to lock in to our post. And then we have this arm that we can lean back. We're going to be pulling this pin out. And then it will lock into place just like that. And we can do the same thing on the other side. So now we've got our soft top just laid on top of our frame. The 2 flaps are going to go towards the rear, and the window piece is going to go towards the front of the bed. So now we can just move it into position. So now with our soft top in place, our next step is to remove our front bar. So we have this little lip here on the back of our soft top. That's going to slide into a groove on the back of our bar. So we'll remove it to make it easier, slide it in, and then reattach our bar. So now I'm going to be doing this part inside the bed because it's easier to get a little more leverage. So we're going to pick up our front bar and then push it backwards. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side, and we can slide this bar out. So now with our front bar removed, we can just slide it out. And then on the back side, we have this groove that our tab is going to slide into. Now we'll just pull this on the other side to get it centered, and then we can reclip it to our side pieces. So now with our front bar centered up, we can slide it back onto our side rail. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. Next, we can install our side windows. So now we have a zipper on the side, the top, and the other side. There are 2 zippers that are starting up in this corner. So we're gonna start up here. And then we have a Velcro strip on each side to stick it down to the outside of this top. And now on our rear zipper, it's going to be that same thing. And now on our side window, it's going to be similar to the rear bar where we have a tab and a groove, but this one is able to just go under and clip in. So we'll start with the back here. And then once we have this side done, we can do the same thing on the other side window. Now with our side windows installed, we can clip in the bottoms of these flaps. So it's going to be just the same process as the other ones. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side. So now with our side windows installed, we can come back into the bed of the truck and connect our buttons on our top rails. Now the front and the back rails are going to be the same, just 5 buttons. And then the 2 middle rails are going to be Velcro. And now we can repeat that same process for our back 2 rails. Now to install our rear window, it's going to be pretty much the same process as the side windows. We have a zipper on the inside here, 1 up top, and 1 on this side. We have 2 in the left corner, which is where we're going to be starting, and then we can get our 3rd one. Now with our rear window installed, the only thing we have left to do is to tuck our tab up into the groove in our rear rail.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install the Best Top Super Top for Truck 2, fitting all 2020 and newer JT Gladiators. And remember, for all things Jeep, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.